What's going on, online fitness coach? In this video, I'm gonna break down the $10,000 a month Instagram marketing funnel. I'm gonna teach you exactly how I was able to get my own fitness business $10,000 a month. And I'm gonna show you the exact system that we've taught to over 10,000 online coaches at this point. In today's video, we're gonna break down why most coaches stay stuck under 10K a month. And I'm also gonna go through the exact Instagram marketing funnel that you need to use in order to grow and scale your online coaching business. And without further ado, let's get right into it. So as you see right here, this is Baby Brian. Now, Baby Brian in 2013 wanted to build a successful online coaching business. I was working at Jameson's as a bartender / manager, and I tried to get this online coaching thing going on the side, but I was never able to make enough money to make it a full-time living. And I was doing literally everything in the book. I was following and unfollowing people. I was adding friends on Facebook, sending 100 cold DMs a day. I was posting content, trying to get people to reach out to me. All the stuff that I was doing was not leading to the results that I wanted, and so I was stuck. So I ended up going through a major breakup in 2013. My girlfriend moved to the other side of the world. I tried to chase her down to see if she would love me. She decided she didn't want to. And so I was here in Australia on the other side of the world, and I had to make a decision. Did I want to fly home and potentially lose out on the $5,000 that I'd spent on the trip? Or did I want to go on an adventure? Now, I made the decision to go on an adventure. So I booked a trip from Australia to Bali, and I was there for 3 weeks. Now, in that time frame, when I was in Bali, I had $500 in my bank account and I had 3 weeks to live. So I had two options. Option number one was to stay in Bali forever because I couldn't afford a flight home. Option number two was to figure out how to make money with my online coaching business. So I decided with option number two. I worked every single day. I was posting content. I was doing all the stuff. I ended up launching a 6-week challenge and I charged $500 for it. I was doing, the DM messenger process. I was getting people on Facebook audio calls. I was getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to call people at 5 p.m. PST back in Canada. And I ended up enrolling 10 people in my $500 challenge, and I made $5,000 on that trip. At that point, I realized that I could make this a full-time living, so I decided to come home, quit my 9-to-5 job. I quit bartending, I quit the restaurant management position, and I went full in with my online coaching business. Now, when I made that decision, it took me 5 years from the point of making that decision to hit my first ever $54,000 a month. As you can see right here, this is my bank balance. We'll zoom in on that. In July, we hit $54,000. And from that point, everything took off. So lucky for you, you're not gonna have to wait 5 years to learn this information. I'm gonna teach you exactly what you need to do in the next 30 minutes. So first things first is, who is this for? This is for certified trainers who have 2+ years of experience. What I'm about to teach you in this video is so valuable that I don't wanna give it to people that don't have the experience to be able to help clients get results. Because the last thing I'd wanna teach you how to do is to teach you how to get a bunch of clients and then you just don't deliver for them. This is also for personal trainers who wanna start an online coaching business. So if you've been thinking about starting an online coaching business and you're kind of on the fence, this is for you. And finally, this is also for online trainers who have clients already online, but they're looking to scale their coaching business. Who this is not for lazy Lonnies who don't like working hard for their goals. So if you're lazy, unmotivated, you don't want to put in the work, this isn't for you. This also isn't for dropshippers, Amazon FBA, or any other online coaching business. This also is not for agencies, marketing freelancers, or social media managers. This is for personal trainers who want to grow, who know what they're talking about, who are ready to scale. Now, this is why most coaches stay stuck under $10,000 a month. All right, now I'm going to break it down simply, then I'm going to explain it. First things first, you got no new eyeballs. Nobody's reaching out to you about your online coaching offer, which is why you can't sell any clients. Second thing is you have no content plan. You have no idea how to grow on social media. You have no idea how to get more attention. As a result of not knowing how to get more attention or get people to actually want to work with you, at the end of the day, you end up zooming into this bad boy right here, which is no sales, and that is you as a sad stick man with no money. So that's not what we want to do, right? So first things first is most people don't even know where to start, right? There's so much conflicting information online, and my definition of a beginner is under $10,000 a month. The reason I define that as a beginner is a lot of my clients are over $10,000 a month, so anybody that's just getting started is under 10K. When you're under $10,000 a month, you have no idea where to start. There's so much conflicting information on the internet, you have no idea what to actually trust and who to actually follow. Second thing is you end up lost and confused. This is where a lot of online coaches actually get stuck because they end up stuck in the same place because there's so much to do that they don't know what to do, and so they end up doing nothing. And this cycle just continues over and over again, month after month, where you say you're going to start your online coaching business and you don't know what to do, and so you just don't get started. Even though you have good intentions, there's no good actions. The third thing is cold outreach. A lot of online fitness coaches, when they first get started, like myself, thought that the best way to grow on social media was to send out 100 DMs per day or to join Facebook groups and friend request random people. That just doesn't work. Fourth thing is just your content isn't performing, right? You're just not getting reach on social media. You don't know what to post on social media. You don't know how to post content that gets followers. And this is the biggest reason why most coaches don't understand this marketing funnel, is because you're learning from people that don't actually understand social media. And so a lot of the influencers that you're looking up to can't get views on their own Instagram reels And as a result of them not getting views on their own Instagram reels, they're not able to teach you. So when online coaches come into my coaching program, the first thing that we teach them how to do is we actually teach you guys how to post on social media in a way that attracts clients, in a way that grows your following, in a way that gets more views. Next is you just don't know what to post, right? So you end up just posting your workout content, your recipe content, your how-to videos, and you blend in with the sea of everybody else on social media. You're also afraid to invest. You don't want to lose out on your money. You don't want to invest in a mentor. And so you're doing all these like how-to videos. You're looking on YouTube, you're looking on podcasts, and you're trying to like put all the pieces of the puzzle together. Next thing is you just don't know what to offer. You've heard from, my podcast or my YouTube or whatever that you sell $1,000 online coaching packages, but you don't know exactly how to structure it. What the workout plan should look like, what the meal plan should look like, what the check-in should look like, etc. And you have a bad money mindset. A lot of online coaches that are stuck under $10,000 a month have worked 9 to 5 for somebody for most of their life. And as a result, they're used to this whole I trade my time for money mindset. So when it comes to charging a higher ticket online, a lot of people struggle with this because they've never done it before. Which means you're bad at sales, right? A lot of online coaches that are stuck under $10,000 a month just don't know how to sell. You might get some people reaching out to you, and they want to work with you, but at the end of the day, when it comes to down to actually selling the offer, you struggle with converting and making the sale. And you got imposter syndrome, right? A lot of online coaches that are stuck under $10,000 a month are afraid that somebody's just going to come and cancel them or, call them a fraud or whatever. And they just constantly feel these feelings of I'm not good enough to be a coach. And so they never actually do anything. And you're working a 9 to 5 job, right? When you're working 9 to 5, really hard to scale your coaching business to $10,000 a month because you don't have the time to pour into it. At the same time, it's really hard to quit your 9 to 5 when your coaching business isn't making money. So you're kind of stuck in this rut where you're not making enough money to quit your job, but you also, you want to have more time to work on your business so that you can work on your business and make more money, but you can't because you're stuck at your job. So a lot of coaches kind of get stuck here because you're not getting any new leads, right? Nobody's reaching out to you saying they want to buy, and as a result, you're just stuck in the same place. And last thing, I would say 30% of my clients that come to me end up coming because they hired a mentor and the mentor kind of advised them on a path that didn't work and kind of gave them old, outdated information. So this is why most coaches stay stuck under $10,000 a month. These are just a few of my clients on the side of the screen here. So this is my client Tej. He started with me at $5,000 a month. Now he's making 16.3K euros, which is actually 21K USD. My client Sammy from Australia, she has 4,000 followers. She's making $12,000 a month. And my client Yannick, who's a full-time chiropractor. That's what he has his degree in, and he wanted to do online coaching as a side hustle, and he's making $11,500 a month as a side hustle. Cool. Now, let's actually break down the Instagram marketing funnel, and I'm going to give you the macro overview, and then I'm going to give you the micro overview. So the macro overview is very simple, right? I want you to imagine your Instagram account like a funnel, right? At the top of the funnel, we've got people that have no idea who you are. In the middle of the funnel, we got people that are in your audience, and they're getting warmed up. And at the bottom of the funnel, we got people that actually want to buy your stuff. So the top of the funnel, we're going to zoom in for a second. The top of the funnel, your goal is to take complete strangers on social media and expose them to your brand. Your goal here is to grow your following. So we're going to take a look at Stranger Pants Bob right here. Stranger Pants Bob is a guy on social media that has no idea who you are, no idea about your offer, no idea that you're an online coach, no idea that you even exist. And so the way that we get in front of Stranger Pants Bob is we post Instagram Reels. Now there's 2 different types of Instagram Reels that we post. We post connection Reels and we post value Reels. Connection Reels are basically reels that help share you and your story. Connection Reels are anything that have to do with you that aren't necessarily to do with your fitness offer. So some examples, me and my wife talk about how we parent our 16-year-old daughter because that type of stuff is widely relatable and it's more universally relatable, and as a result, it gets shared out to a wider audience. What that typically means is that the people that are, anybody could have a kid, right? But only a certain amount of people are going to be interested in fitness. And so we post the content that's going to be widely relatable to a wide number of people, which means it's going to get more exposure, more followers, more views. Then as those people see our reels, those people come to our page, start consuming our other content, and that's where we actually start warming them up. But we post connection reels because we want to be widely relatable. Another example of connection reels is just you and your story. What made you decide to start your fitness journey in the first place? Who are you as a person? What are some of your core values? What are some of your core character traits? These are some of the things that we deep dive into inside of the coaching containers. We teach you how to post connection reels that actually get views and make people want to know a little bit more about you. Now, another thing that we do to strangers on social media that have never seen our stuff is we post value reels. Now, my definition of value is you're creating a step-by-step format that's so simple and easy to follow that anyone can follow it. Like this video. Right? This video is value because I'm teaching you exactly what to do in order to grow your coaching business in a step-by-step format. That's value. Right? So when you're posting connection reels and you're posting value reels, these reels are going to get shown on the Instagram algorithm when you actually know how to post and you're posting it in a way that goes viral. And as a result, you get Stranger Pants Bob, who actually decides to follow you, right? So Stranger Pants Bob is now in your audience. Now, once Bob follows you, you still need to warm him up with content, which is why content is always going to be at the top of the funnel, right? So there's three different content types that I recommend: connection, proof, and value. Value, again, is a step-by-step formula delivered to your ideal client. Connection is who you are as a person and what you stand for and what you stand against. It also is like humor. It's also relationships. It's also anything to do with you that might not be to do with your fitness offer. And finally, proof. Social proof is demonstrating your expertise and showing the client results that you've worked with. And if you don't have any clients, social proof is you as a walking billboard showing yourself living the fitness lifestyle as the epitome of what following your advice actually looks like. So we warm Stranger Pants Bob up, and then we bring him into our audience. He decides to follow us, and we nurture him with connection, proof, and value. Now, the reason that most online coaches never make any money with their business is because they just do this stuff. They're posting on social media, hoping to get clients. We call this the post and pray method. Post and pray method doesn't work. You're not going to get sales. And so we must move to the bottom of the middle of the funnel if we want to get sales. So in the middle of the funnel, right here, we've got your nurture your following and build a know, like, and trust factor. The goal here is to nurture your audience. So again, we got Stranger Pants Bob over here, and now he's Curious Pants Bob. I think that's hilarious. Nobody else laughs, but I think it's funny, so this is for me. So Curious Pants Bob is now in your audience as one of your followers, right? So there's three different things that we need to do once Curious Pants Bob, whatever, is in your audience. First things first is we need to optimize your Instagram bio. When Curious Pants Bob finds your Instagram profile, he needs to know exactly what your profile is about. Now, there's 6 steps to optimizing your Instagram profile, and we walk you through each one of these steps in order so that you have the profile that catches the most amount of clients. But basically, I want you to imagine your Instagram profile like the cover of a book. I'm not gonna read a book if the cover of the book sucks, or the cover of a movie. If the cover of the movie sucks and it looks like a bad movie, I'm not gonna watch the movie. So just like that, you have to imagine the cover of your Instagram profile being the very first thing that attracts your ideal client. And you want to make sure that it's appealing to the type of person that you want to work with. Now, the second thing that you need to optimize is the pinned post on your Instagram. For your pinned post, you want your best client transformation, you want an offer that you have, and you want to have your story as a pinned post. These 3 pinned posts, when they're done properly, are going to allow people that just come to your page to see your content for the first time to see the content that you have to offer in terms of your offer. They're going to see your best client transformation. They're going to know exactly what you offer because you're going to post exactly what you do. And they're also going to get to know you and your story. So instantly, you're going to be warming clients up to want to work with you. So this is, again, where most online coaches stop, is you do that, but you also need to post on your Instagram stories. Now, in your Instagram stories, I'm going to give you a very simple formula to follow, and we do this step by step inside of the Change Lives Academy. But you basically need to document your own fitness life. Document what you eat, document how you train, document what your mindset is like, and document what your physique look like. And again, if you're not a walking billboard, what you can do is you can use some of your best client transformations in your Instagram stories so that you at least have something where you can demonstrate proof. So we've got your Instagram bio, your pinned post, and your Instagram stories, and this is what we call the middle of funnel. Now, if you do this, you'll make $3 to $5K a month, just like that. But if you want to get results like this, $20,000 in 1 month, $18,000 in 1 month, she literally almost tripled her income here. This girl doubled her income in a month. She went from $3,000 to $7,000. And my client Dawson's at $40,000 a month. Then you need to be running conversion events. Now, conversion events are where all the magic happens. We're talking about 40-day challenges, 14-day challenges, magnetic giveaways, flash sales, masterclasses. These conversion events are designed to get a bunch of people like Curious Pants Bob in your audience into a small container, and in that small container, giving them so much value that they're interested in wanting to work with you. Now, there's a bunch of different ways to do this, and we teach a wide variety of conversion events inside of our coaching containers. But to get you started, and I'm going to give you a baseline, you're basically going to take 20 to 40 leads from your social media that are interested. We're going to put out an offer that they respond to. Once they respond to that offer, we're going to put them in a small group. We're going to give them a ton of value, and we're going to warm them up to make them want to purchase. 2 things are going to happen from this. Thing number 1, typically from conversion events, you'll see a 25 to 35% conversion rate, which means that if you have 20 people, you'll sign, let's say 4 to 7 clients. And also, you get to collect a bunch of testimonials. For all those 20 to 40 people that end up signing up for the conversion event, they're going to go through that. They're going to get amazing results, which you can screenshot and use in your social media. This is really the secret sauce when it comes to building an online coaching business, is knowing how to structure conversion events properly, knowing how to structure a 14-day challenge, a 4-day challenge, a magnetic giveaway, a flash sale, or a masterclass. When you know how to do these properly and you know how to optimize these, this is how you scale your business predictably month over month, because you know how much revenue is going to be coming in based off of your conversion events. Cool. Now, at the bottom of the funnel, Once we got, we're warming prospects up, we're getting them interested in our offer. Bottom of the funnel, we've got converting interested prospects into paying clients, and your goal at the bottom of the funnel is to make sales. So we do call to actions, we do the DM script, and we do the strategy session, and that leads to your new client Bob. So we went from Stranger Pants Bob to Curious Pants Bob to your new client Bob. Again, I think that's hilarious. Nobody else does. Now, I want to zoom up for a second and talk about why most coaches struggle. Most coaches struggle because you're posting reels on social media, right? You're posting content, and then you're trying to get directly into the DM script with a freaking cold follower. Has no idea who you are. So you post a reel, somebody likes it, and then you send him a DM and you're like, you want to buy my stuff? No, he doesn't want to buy your stuff. He has no idea who you are. You skip the middle of the funnel, right? Unless you understand this entire funnel strategy as like a whole, like this is a one thing, you're never going to be successful. And so we need to zoom in to the bottom of the funnel to actually go into what this looks like. So by working in the middle of the funnel properly, you're basically going to get a bunch of people in your audience that are interested in your offer. The way that we do this is the more that we post on social media and the more that we deposit value, connection, and proof, the more that we build goodwill in our audience. Now, when we build enough goodwill in our audience, what we can do is we can actually do a call to action. A call to action is exactly how it sounds. We're calling our audience to take a specific action. So once we do this, we're going to get people that will reach out about the offer that we make. Once they reach out about the offer that we make, we're going to use our DM script to book calls. We've got a 5-question DM script that's been proven to book 3 to 5 to 7 sales calls every single week with your audience. And these sales calls are actually called strategy sessions to the outside world. So we book a strategy session, and just like that, somebody goes from your, Curious Pants Bob to your new client Bob, and they pay you $1,000 in cash. And these are just some of the clients that are working with me right now in my coaching container following this exact strategy. So again, really quick, got the top of the funnel. Our goal is to take people who have never seen your offer on social media and expose them to it. We do this with Instagram Reels, and we show you how to go viral with your connection and your value reels. Then somebody actually follows you. Once they follow you, we're going to nurture them with connection, proof, and value content, right? Now, when somebody's actually on your page itself, we've got your Instagram bio that's going to be optimized to attract clients. We've also got your pinned post so that when somebody starts consuming your content, they know exactly what you're about. And finally, we've got your Instagram stories, where every single day you're going to be documenting your journey and you're going to be showing the different aspects of what makes you a good fitness coach, which ultimately leads to some of our conversion events. In our conversion events, we're going to run this every 6 weeks, and we're going to structure a challenge or a flash sale or a giveaway or a promotion. So we get a bunch of people in one container, we warm them up to our offer, and we get them interested. From that point, we're going to do call to actions. So we're going to ask our audience if they would like to take an action, like 5 guys post or a free ebook or anything like that. And then we're going to get them into the DM script. Once we're in the DM script, we're going to run them through 5 questions. We're going to book a strategy session. Once we book a strategy session, on that strategy session, we're basically going to give them a bunch of value, figure out what their goals are, figure out what they're struggling with, and then offer our $1,000 online coaching package. And just like that, you've got somebody who was a stranger on social media, and now they've become your paying client. Cool. Simple enough. Now, this is really important, so I want to focus on this for 1 second. You are not selling training and nutrition. And I know that's weird because you're a fitness coach and you're like, what are you talking about? You must be crazy or certifiably insane. Let me explain. Most online coaches thinks what matters is a fancy degree, right? I'm going to university for 4 years, got this education, now I'm going to make money. Most online fitness coaches think that they need 10 plus years of experience in person to go successful online. They think they need to go in person and get a bunch of experience working with clients before they can actually help somebody. Or they think they need a lot of followers and a big audience in order to build a successful business. My client Angela literally joined, 12 weeks ago now. She started with 525 Instagram followers, and now she's over 1,000, and she's made $10,000 a month within 12 weeks working with me. So that proves to you that it's not about the size of your following, but it's about the depth of the relationship that you have with your followers. Now, what actually matters is that depth of relationship. So are you posting connection, proof, and value content to get people warmed up to you? Do you have your Instagram bio optimized? Do you have your pinned post optimized? Are you structuring your stories properly, right? Do people trust you, right? Like, have you posted enough social proof where people are like, yeah, this person actually knows what they're talking about? Can you hold yourself accountable? Now, this seems like a small one, but if you're not a walking billboard for what fitness should look like in your own journey, how can you expect other people to want to work with you if you are not walking the talk yourself? And finally, this leads to, can you hold them accountable, right? Because if people just needed a training and nutrition plan, they could go to ChatGPT and they could say, I'm a 200-pound male that has 20 pounds to lose. Please draw me up a four-day-a-week workout plan as well as a meal plan that will help me lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. And just like that, ChatGPT would spit out an answer. That's not the reason that people aren't in shape though, right? People aren't in shape because they're making excuses, they procrastinate, they've got a bad mindset, and they don't understand how to hold themselves accountable. So that's your job. Your job is the accountability coach. Once you understand this, you'll understand why people are willing to pay more money for a training and nutrition plan, because they're not paying for the plan. They're paying for the accountability. They're paying for you to kick them in the ass when they don't do their workouts. They're paying for you to hold them accountable when they miss something. They're paying for you to, call them out in their check-ins when they eat off their meal plan. People aren't buying training and nutrition plans, they're buying accountability, which is why people are willing to pay $1,000 for a 16-week program. They're not paying $1,000 for the 16-week program. They're paying $1,000 so that you can hold them accountable to losing 20 pounds. Because at the end of 16 weeks, when they're down 20 pounds, that to them is going to be more valuable than having $1,000. Does that make sense? So you're not selling training and nutrition, you are selling accountability. It's super important. Again, these are some of my clients: Ari, $38,000 a month; Dawson, $40,000 a month; Zach, $61,000 a month. My clients are crushing it. Now, you might be watching this and thinking, but B, how do I know this stuff works? This sounds good, but how do I know this stuff works? These are just some of my clients that have been following this formula for 1 to 2 years. Now, I know in this video, I specifically talked about the $10,000 a month Instagram blueprint, but I want to show you the outcome if you consistently follow this blueprint for, the extended 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year. Like, this stuff just compounds. And the sooner you start, the faster it compounds. So this is one of my clients, Raymond, ended the month at $33,000. My client Miranda had a 7777, I can't even say that, day. My client Kayla Williams, $22,000, highest month ever, only 3 months into working with PT Domination. So she went from $8K a month to $22,000 a month. My client Trent Harrison, $107,000 USD in 1 month. He's been with me for 4 years. We took his Instagram following from 7,000 followers to 1 million followers. And finally, my client Rico, $55,000 Canadian, highest month ever. So it's not about whether or not this stuff works. It 100% works. It's just about, are you ready to put in the work, and are you willing to be coached and be coachable and follow the blueprint? Cool. So basically, you've got 2 paths from here, all right? Now, path number 1 is the I got this path. I got this, right? And this seems easier in the moment because you just take this information that I just gave you, you start running with it, you start posting on social media, you try to optimize your pin post, you do all the stuff that we talked about in this video, and you're like, I got this. And then in 6 months from now, you realize that you don't got this, your income hasn't grown, your business hasn't grown, you're still stuck in the same place, and you're watching my social media and you're like, man, I really wish I would have hired Brian Mark 6 months ago, because I guarantee you I would be making more money than I am right now. So that's the path number 1. It's the I got this path. Now, this seems easier in the moment, but path number 2 is the one that's the harder one in the moment. And that path is where you actually invest in yourself. You hire me as your mentor, you get the blueprint, you get the system, you get the structure, you get the guidance from me and the coaches, and I'm just gonna show you what the outcome of that is. So this is my client, Harry. He actually started with me with 500 Instagram followers, and he started with me in April, all right? April of last year. So April of last year started with $753 to his name in his bank account for his business. May, after 1 month of working with me, went from $750 to $6,300. As you can see over the next few months, $5,000, $6,000, $8,000, $7,000, $11,000, $18,000, $13,000, $16,000, $13,000, $26,000. It's incredible. His Instagram also went from 2,408 views on his Reels, and he sent me a screenshot from one of his recent Reels, 371,000 Instagram followers. He also went from 500 followers on social media to 52,000 followers on social media. And if you look at the amount of posts that he has, it's not like he has a lot of posts. Like, he's only got 529 posts. This is a relatively new Instagram account. But just like that, because we taught him how to go viral, we taught him basically, like we said up here, how to build the top of funnel stuff, right? He got a bunch of new followers. He did all this stuff that we talked about right here. So he optimized his Instagram bio, optimized his pin post, his stories, runs conversion events, does call to actions, DM script, strategy session. And again, he's got a bunch of new clients, Bob, right? A bunch of them, not just one, a bunch of them, which is why we took his income from $700 a month to $26,000 a month. It's crazy. So if this was valuable and you want the exact blueprint installed in your business and you want my help and guidance in terms of like getting all this stuff set up, go ahead and book in for a free 30-minute strategy session. We're gonna talk about your number one struggle, your number one goal, and we will help you come up with a game plan to install the Instagram marketing funnel into your online coaching business so you can get results like you saw today. So tap the button below to book in for your free 30-minute strategy session with me and my team, and we'll chat with you on the other side.